Hey there, how's it going today? It is 34 degrees outside, it's windy, and I'm driving north, like over an hour north, to one of my favorite trout streams. The weather seems crap, but it's overcast, like solid overcast, and the lunar charts say that today should be one of the best days on the stream. So, hopefully, the fish are active and the fishermen aren't, and I have most of the place to myself. And so far on the drive up here, the police have been active. I've already seen 6, so I probably won't record anymore until I get up there. So anyway, I'll see you on the way to the stream. Okay, I'm making my way down to the stream. You know, this could work out really well. So it is only 32 degrees up north here, so it'll be a little cold, but I typically work up a sweat as I'm working the stream anyway, so as long as I can keep my hands warm, I think I'll be able to battle through, especially if the fish are biting. But the other kind of amazing thing to me is, like, there's nobody on the stream that I could see. There's nobody in the main parking lot. There's nobody in the parking lot where I park. So there's 1 or 2 supposedly really good holes that I've never fished, because there's always 4, 5, 8, 10 people in them. And I just don't do that. So I'm going to head to arguably one of the best holes first. And I'm just going to see if maybe there's nobody there. And if that's the case, that's where we're going to start. And then I'll head to sort of my favorite semi-secret spot. You know, it's one of those spots where if you know that there's fish there, you know it. But other than that, a lot of people just walk past it. So we're going to head out to the water. I'll go over the gear that I'm using today, and I'll see you there. Wish me luck. Bad news is it's a little mucky. Good news is it's kind of frozen, so. Honestly, I'm so unfamiliar with this section of the stream. I'm just trying to find a good place to cross to get over. This looks like a pretty good spot. Water looks like there's just a little bit of color. Boy, some of these smooth stones are really slick today. And honestly, this little spot right here looks pretty awesome as well. So what I'm starting with today, I've got the Daiwa Silver Creek on the Major Craft Fine Tail Glass. I've got a few baits that I know have worked up here well in the past, and one of those is the Eurotackle Z Spender. So I'm just starting with that. And you know, this is a section of the creek that I've never fished before, but it's also the section that, for the most part, when it comes to this stretch of the creek, this is where people are almost always hanging out. It's a little windy today, so maybe we won't be able to get the 360 camera rolling. Dawned on me, I got to be careful with the Sony camera here. It's still on my hip. I'm not normally in water this deep, so I'm definitely feeling. Oh no! Well, I lost one of my favorite lures for this creek. Okay, so the other rig I brought with me today is I've got one of my Dark Wolf Ultras on the becasue, and I'm starting off with a Blux spinner, which is basically an ARS copy. This is a new rod, first time out with it. And so, oh geez, man, there was like no issues throwing that spinner at all. I need to turn the brakes up a little bit because it really I tell you what, it really launches that spinner. It's pretty nice. This is the solid tip. It also has this rod comes with two tips. There's a hollow tip, which is more sensitive, and then the solid tip. But I can still feel it plenty well enough. Well, so far the supposed honey hole didn't really produce anything. So I think I'm going to head to my normal spot that I wanted to hit. See if we can't get something down there, and maybe we'll tie on a new leader for the other rod too. Okay, so yeah, I fished that first spot a little bit, and there's a lot of ice. There's a lot of ice sort of blocking the area that I think is probably the best spots where I usually see a lot of guys fishing. And honestly, it's like the first decent hole. I mean, it's probably one of the best holes on the creek, but it's not far from the parking lots. So this other spot that I like, it's a little bit more of a walk. It's a little bit more remote. Honestly, a little bit more picturesque too. So I'm hoping, I mean, every time I've been here, if I catch fish, I catch them in this spot. I'll catch them other places too, but there's usually a handful of really good fish hanging out here. So we're just going to see what happens. When I planned this trip, it was supposed to be like 42 to 46 degrees. So 32 is a little colder than what I was expecting, but I think the rods have held up well. There's a chance that backlash I had was due to a guide freezing up. I'm not sure, but we'll fish the becasue and the Dark Wolf Ultra for a little while and see how that combo works out. So I'll see you at the next spot. I think what I felt there was just a second there. I thought I made a perfect cast and the fish just absolutely nailed it right. There's obviously a little ledge of some sort down below that rock. Man, again, So far my accuracy with this delicacy has not been fantastic. Could just be me, I'm a little rusty, but I think it was the last trip here I caught fish on 3 or 4 different lures, but I couldn't find one thing that was just catching a lot of fish. Kind of felt like a hit. Didn't really feel like bottom. Those couple did. Tell you what, when the wind picks up, it really makes it chilly. Ooh. Thought maybe. Ooh, yep, that was a fish. Okay. Had one follow. Might have hit it. Definitely had one follow that time. I think I caught a leaf. Come on, it's spring. We're not supposed to be getting these things in the spring. And this particular lure has caught more fish than pretty much anything else that I own right now. This particular lure, I mean, I've caught more on a Helgramite than a Panther Martin for sure, just total on a type of lure, but this specific lure has caught a lot of fish. It's bounced off a bunch of rocks, and I switched out the hooks to single hooks. The HT trout is another suspending jerkbait. It's one of those lures that, just the HT trout in general, but when I put it on, I'm more surprised when I don't get a bite, when I don't catch a fish using it, than I am with just about any other lure. Ooh. Oh, I moved one. I moved one. That looked like a nice one too. That looked like a nice one. Uh-oh, starting to ice up. That may have been what happened on the last one, where I lost the first minnow lure, is I just didn't notice that the tip was icing up. So we've got the definitely icing up a little bit here. That was the second eyelet. All of them are icing up. Oh man, okay, let's try a spoon. Day like today, might as well throw some attractant on there too. I've been here almost an hour and a half. Had a couple short strikes, but nothing really fun. Okay, so the minnow has caused some interest. The spinner has caused some interest. This one got all messed up. But so now I'm putting the Ryuki spin on there, which is basically a minnow with a spinner. Holy moly. It starts getting colder, not warmer. Okay. We're going to throw a chatterbait. Which is, I mean, at this point I'm just trying bigger and bigger baits to see if, you know, maybe the small stuff they really didn't want. Maybe I'll just get one nice bite. Oh, tell you what, I was doing well. Sort of happy that I was, felt like my hands were staying pretty warm. And then this, like, really cold breeze just came up through the creek. And also think, you know, maybe if I had caught some fish, I'd be a little bit warmer right now. At least it would feel warmer. I wouldn't notice the cold as much, but obviously the chatterbait has great vibration and action in this current. But got nothing. This is it's the Eurotackle Z cranker. I'm a little concerned it could be a little deep running for this creek, but honestly nothing else has worked, so. Well, felt like I picked up some debris or something on that one, but oh, come on. Inches away from being a perfect cast. Doobie 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 doo. Okay, I'm going to throw one more bait. Okay, we're pretty iced up. My back's getting pretty sore. But what I'm throwing now is the Gancraft Jointed Claw 70. I'm actually starting to get a little nervous about throwing it because it's starting to get so cold that everything's freezing up. But I wanted to throw it a few times just to see how it does in this current. Beautiful day to be out on the stream. You know, I love having it to myself, but man, it's cold. So after a couple hours of throwing just about everything that I have in the tackle box, I'm gonna have a few other types of minnows, maybe a couple oddball things that I could have thrown, but I threw some oddball stuff to begin with. Guides are icing up. I haven't seen any fish activity. I did move a couple early on, but I haven't seen anything else. So I was kind of hoping that, you know, being the crazy fool coming out here when I thought it was going to be 40 to 42. It's 32 to 33. I don't know if it got any warmer than that or not. I guess I got colder. It's 31 now, so it's gone down a couple degrees since I got here, and it feels like it. I mean, it's a cool breeze that's been coming through. So I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna edit a video. But you know, it's been a rough few months. I haven't had too many good days. I'm hoping the weather changes, my luck changes sometime soon. Don't typically love fishing in the wintertime. I'm definitely more of a spring to fall type guy, but got out a few times. And the plus side is, for those of you who've been following along, you know, my foot, it felt really good today. I can feel it a little bit right now. I don't know if that's the cold or if it's just from pushing it, but you know, it's been 6 weeks since I heard it, but it's I can get back on the streams finally, so that's good. So with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hope your luck is better than mine has been here lately. See ya.